Welcome back to another Spirit Island video. In this video, we're going to be playing some Fractured Days, and I'm feeling like it's going to be France, Scotland. Let's do some France, and let's go. Looks like we got a new board, board G. All right. I think this is my first France attempt with this Spirit, and I always got to figure out the starting. What is it? Lowest with 1 and 2, and the highest without. I know it's on opposite corners of the board, but let's see. Okay, so this isn't. It's not that bad. Absolute stasis cannot target. So yeah, so there's gonna be one land where my absolute stasis won't be able to target. All right, let's see that starting explorer. Oh, let's forgot to do this. There's my rebellion. Sands explorer starting is really good for us. Oh, actually, yeah, it's really good because that is our empty land. So if you remember in my France guide, I talk about how your lands without the buildings, you want them to come up turn 1 if you get one of those boards, because on turn 1 you don't get the 2 explorers, you only get 1. So like the worst explorer on this board would be like easily mountain, because then I'm not fading that double explorer. In addition, I'm threatening that triangle trade. Hopefully that made sense. If it doesn't, look at my France video. Okay, so we France 6 into my G2. Let's gain that starting time because we're solo, and let's see how this game is going to go. And I think we've won the game already. Um, these are some very, very strong cards. So, and every time I play Fractured, I always feel like this. Like I've been doing this Fractured series, and it's like these are just so strong. Okay, so let's look at the majors first. Um, Cards that stand out. Bargains of Coursing Path. I absolutely love this card, and we actually can threshold it because we have, where is it? Port Time Sideways. Oh no, we don't have. We're missing the Earth, kind of. We technically have it with these two cards plus Bargains that actually does threshold it, which is pretty cool. Um, Bloodrack Plague is a nice out as it's a disease ad that we can just toss down and use that as a build skip. Utter Curse, once again, more disease. Vengeance of the Dead is probably the weakest card here, despite it being one of the better cards in the game. Terrifying Nightmares is also usually it's bad, but it's pretty solid here just because it's going to be fast control on element. But really, the best card here is the card I skipped, and that's that Flocking Red Talons, a complete killer into France, as it's a way to it's very cheap and it's a easy way to completely destroy or disrupt lands. Um, Now the miners actually have me even more excited. So first, let's get rid of Call to Migrate. That is a terrible card. We have Portents of Disaster, one of Fractured's best cards because it's a tri-element card, 0 cost card that gets Fear, which is something our spirit lacks. So this is like we want to pick this card up and then immediately toss past returns, just because this card is just a complete upgrade over past returns. We also got Sky's Herald, just the Sun, Moon, Dahan movement. Um, and then, of course, we got Dark Entangled and Nature's Res, two very, very strong defense. And then, worst case, we have Infested Aquifers, which is another disease ad that we can use to stop a build. So I'm really excited with this setup. There are plenty of ways to go. I think when I'm just looking at these cards, I think I want to go Flocking, of course, and then try to tech Animal with like Nature's Res, and then grab one more animal card, probably like Sky's Herald, to threshold this, and then when we get that air we can threshold. So something along those lines. Um, Now looking at the board here, we're going to want to clear out. So usually, yeah, this is definitely interesting here. Actually, I think Fast Disruption would have been slightly better. Um, so I like to G3 with Fractured starting, getting a presence, so gaining 2 time and gaining 2 energy. And then I get to gain one of these cards. I also gain a Sun, and then I can move a presence. I think I'm supposed to move a presence to here. Maybe not. Maybe to G4. I want to get into lands with the Han. I'm trying to figure out how I want to defend too, because I think I want to grab Nature's Res and defend 6 on my G5. Dark Entangled is a really fun one as well. Maybe I do Blur starting and just play it here to set up Dahan in both my G5 and also my G3. And I can repeat it with that extra time. Probably what we want to do. And then I plan to take the Blight to scale on my G5 or my G3, would defend my G6 or my G5, and then we'll have her defend ready. Okay, so I think if that's the case, we're gonna pick up our Nature's Res, like I mentioned. We're gonna move that presence, and we're gonna move this presence. Let's go over here to G2 because I want to be able to get access to this G1 if I need to defend 6 it later. And then we are going to be playing Blur. We're going to choose this land here, adding it to Han. Oh, this is actually really interesting. I could, oh no, I actually could clear this land if I wanted to this turn, but I don't think I want to. So we'll use Blur, we'll add it to Han, then we can push 2 to Han. We'll push this 1 to Han there, and then we will spend a time to repeat it. Adding it to Han, and then pushing it to Han. I wonder if I'm actually supposed to just gain an extra time, but I lose 2 energy. So instead it would look like this. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. So I gained 3 time instead of gaining 2, and the whole point of this is next turn I get an extra energy. But I don't think I want to, because do I want to play 3 cards next turn? I mean, if I go Sun, I can grab Portents. If I go Moon, I think I'm actually supposed to take the energy just in case if I need to go with the flock next turn. Also, putting my presence in my G2 allows me to get access to flock tech. Actually, I could threshold bargains next turn, which is really crazy. If I do bargains, poor time sideways, and absolute stasis. I don't think I want to, but it's definitely something to consider. Yeah, my body says do it, but it's definitely a dangerous game to play. I'll be choosing a lot more G3. Setting up bargains is so strong. I don't think I can lose if I set it up. Okay, events. Oh, but here's the thing. If I go with the G2, I can't draft a card here. So I'll have to G3 again, and then G2. So I'm actually 2 turns away from setting it up. So I think if I want to do that play, I need to go for it now if I want to. I don't think I want to, though. Now, I could actually do Blood Rack and defend both of the lands. That's also another interesting option. Maybe that's what I'll do instead. Grab Blood Rack. Okay. Sans build, and the Explorer is Jungle. Got a France 6. We'll throw the France 6 in the wetland here. And I actually think we Blood Rack here. That will give me the defend 2 on both my G3 and my G4. And then I can Nature's Res my G7 next turn. And then hopefully we get Beast Destroy to solve my G6. Oh, what happened? Oh, it should be time passes. And let's toss these cards back. I did not mean to grab those. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna choose that that G3 again. We're gonna gain I wonder if I play, what if we gain a time, gain another time, gain 2 energy, and then we're gonna gain a power card. I think I'm supposed to grab Blood Rack here. We're gonna forget Poor Time Sideways, so I think I'm going to get rid of the plan of using the bargains of coursing paths. I don't think that will actually occur this game. Though I could do bargains plus Blood Rack. That is something that's possible. And I think I'm supposed to just play Blood Rack here. Now I have to move a presence. And we're going to let's move this presence to here. We're gonna use Bloodrack Plague. We're gonna add some disease. Give me my nice defend 2 in both of these lands. So now I've actually solved both, as well as stopped a future build on my G4. I could instead do it on my G2 to get defend 3s on both of these lands, so it protects against edge cases. I think I'll just put it here. We just kind of risk it. Next turn, I plan to probably gain a power card, or I might choose the energy again. I don't know yet, but either way, I'm just going to defend 6 and then let my my G6 go. Or we're hoping for like Beast Destroy, Beast Attack. No Bravery is great. Beast's Attack or Beast Damage, so no Bravery, does nothing but Beast's Destroy, kills an Explorer. Dahan Push, sure. So we are good. So Sands Ravage. Dead. Dead. Kind of worked out. Build our jungle, and the Explorer is Mountain. Dang, that is probably the worst Explorer for us. Well, I mean, this, like, it's worse than the wetlands, that's for sure. And we have to France 6 again. We'll France 6 over here into my my sands. And we do have a slave rebellion coming up on that mountain. So we can actually plan that slave rebellion to be here in my my G1 here. Okay, time passes. And it's interesting. Like, I wonder, I could actually just reclaim and play Bloodrack again. What a funny card. Oh, but I can't. I wanted to put it here to stop the city build, but that's probably not important. I was about to say, I wish I could move to Han, but I can with Sky's Herald if I wanted to, and just get more to Han here to clear this land, though I don't think that's that important. I think what's most important is, so like with France, leaving buildings on the board is so important because it's going to prevent fewer explorers from popping on the board, which means we're going to be pressured for that town loss condition less. Um, so I think if that's the case, I don't want to move to Han into my G7 because I want this land to have a building in it. So I think we have some options. I mean, we definitely know we're playing Nature's Res, and we're going to defend 6 this land. We're going to take the Blight to scale on G6, even though I could skip it. I don't think skipping it is that of importance. I think if I'm going to skip a land, I'm actually going to skip my land on G1, because I don't want to have a triangle trade occur. So if I play these two, go with a moon, I guess I could do these 3 cards, and that would give me up to 2 reclaims if I wanted to, and if I chose the moon route. That means I don't gain a power card over here, which I think is okay. Another option is I could try to go with the flocking play, ditch Bloodrack. Bloodrack's been used already. If I do flocking, I mean, flocking is so strong. Can pretty much do it anywhere. I don't think I want to. The biggest problem is we don't have the air animal draft. I think I'm supposed to do these 3 cards, and then it's like I think I go. We choose G2 here. We place a presence. We gain a time, and then we gain the +2 card place here. And I think next turn we're supposed to set up a reclaim. So we place this presence. We're going to put it over here in my G8, I think. The only negative is now this land will probably blight the following turn, but it's probably okay. So now we gain a minor power here. One of them we'll put in our hand, one goes into days, and there it is. There's that air earth animal. I was really looking for that air animal for flocking. So now this is a card that with this plus flocking plus nature's res, I can double flock, and that is probably absolutely devastating. So it's definitely a card I'm picking with Dire Metamorphosis. Now the other question is what other card do I want, and do I want Dire Metamorphosis in my hand? So if I play these 3 cards, pretty much everything is great here. If I play a Sun, I can get. Oh no, I cannot get the reclaim slips, or not the play slips. So if that is the case, I think I'm supposed to go. So if I do Dire Metamorphosis in the hand, I'm just 1 card gain from away from getting flock. Another funny thing is like I can go with so I think we do it's funny if I play Dire Metamorphosis this turn, I can also like throw down another disease, but I don't think I want to. Oh, it does have the moon air, so I can actually make something slow to fast. Interesting. What if we do that? So let's grab Dire Metamorphosis, and then we'll throw a card in the days. Let's go with Gift of Power is probably the best out of the group. I have +2 card plays. We played our Metamorphosis because we have 2 plays +2. We have that Right Innate as well, so we can use 1 slip to make a. So first, let's do Nature's Res, defend 6 here. Now we have that first slip. We can make a slow power, resolve it now. So I could actually go with my Dire Metamorphosis, and I could use that here. It causes a blight, which kind of sucks, but I mean, I'm already blighting that land, so maybe it's okay. So like 1 fear, kill the explorer, add a blight, and then add all of the tokens. I think that's it. So this only goes bad if I added all the tokens. I did. So this, oh, I forgot to do the Badlands. It only goes bad if we get like a Strife Ignore. But now I have that disease there, so the land is covered down the line. We have oh, so then I have a reclaim if I would like. So the question is, do I want to delay? Um, I think so. I think we reclaim Nature's Res because that's not important. And then I can play Nature's Res to defend this mountain next turn. So I think what we want to do now is we want to spend a time to reclaim another card. I think if I'm going to reclaim a card, I want to have Blur, possibly. It just comes down to, I mean, unless I want to grab Sky's Herald instead. Because next turn, okay, well, let's use Absolute Stasis, spend a time, and let's make my mountain not exist. Okay, so the last question we have, oh, I forgot Fractured can shift the Slave Rebellion forward. I can actually do that right now and have the Slave Rebellion trigger. Huh, that's so funny. I don't think I want to, because I guess I could instead stasis this land, trigger the Slave Rebellion now with 1 slip. I mean, I guess I can do something like that. That seems pretty fun. So if I do the Slave Rebellion now, it then comes a turn earlier, and again, it will be a stage 2 though. So it won't be a stage 3. I don't know if we're going to need it to win the game. We might. If we let it sit where it currently is, then I mean, it solves this land already. This land will build a city. Next turn, we Nature's Res. Get Dahan in there with either Sky's Herald. Okay, so what I'm trying to figure out is, do I use a slip to make my Right Innate fast, and then use the Reclaim to reclaim like Blur? I don't think so. Another thing to consider is, do I want to use the past returns to pay an energy and a time, such that I can swap the sands with the stage 2? I don't think so. I think I would rather have a stage 2 than have the sands come up again. Because my sand, like I said, is that 1 land where I don't have buildings. So I'm going to get a ton of explorers and I can actually kill myself. So I think we don't use anything for the past returns. So now I have that 1 more left innate. Do I want to spend 1 time to do another slip? Really, the question is probably not. Because like the benefits is do I want Slave Rebellion to turn earlier? Because we know this is the Slave Rebellion, so I can actually shuttle this card to the bottom of the deck. And if that's the case, we get guaranteed Slave Rebellion. And then maybe then we would use Stasis on this mountain instead, like that. This gets cleared by the Slave Rebellion. Oh, funny. This would have, if we had Dahan in here, it would just die to the Rebellion. Hmm. Okay, I don't think I'm supposed to do it. I don't know. I wish I played more Fractured. Okay, so I think there's plenty of ways to approach this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose to use the reclaim, or I'm going to spend the time because I want to reclaim absolute stasis back in my hand, so I can do stasis plus nature's res plus flocking, and that's going to do some serious damage somewhere. And then oh, the neg or not absolute stasis. I want to reclaim dire metamorphosis. But now I just realized the one negative is I don't have Dahan movement, and I want to get Dahan in here if I'm going to defend the land. So maybe instead I guess we could just skip this land here, make it not exist. This land clears. Oh, this is the one negative. If jungle comes up, I take another instant blight. Maybe we stasis this, set the slave rebellion first. We already spent the time for it. That will actually clear this jungle. Then we could throw Dahan here. Okay, so if that's the case, we grab okay, so we're gonna make slow to fast. We're gonna use the right innate, looking at the top event. Oh, this is a really good one to throw at the bottom. So we're gonna toss that to the bottom. And that's it with that right innate. We then get to reclaim a card. I'm gonna reclaim my blur. Oh, we've actually spent a lot of energy. And then so that's our second slip. Okay, so we've done all of that. We know it's going to be Slave Rebellion this turn. So we're going to add a strife over here on this jungle. We're going to kill the town. Oops, not the explorer. I'll add a Dahan, and now this land will clear. I think I'm okay with that. I'm doing this because if this is jungle here, I don't want to cause an instant blight. Now this goes back in the deck, and now it's actually going to be a turn earlier, so it's going to be during a stage 2, not a stage 3. So we actually get a third Slave Rebellion. Thriving Trade, we get to add a city. And we then get to add another disease to that land, which is kind of funny. And then I get to push a presence from a land with Dahan. Dang, if I was a little bit better. I guess I needed stuff where it is, but okay, fear card. Defend 2 does not matter. Jungle Ravage. Mountain builds. The Explorer is the X-ray vision, right? There's the jungle. So immediately rewarded for my play here. Went to France 6. France 6 over here. I guess we'll go here in case we like a bit like beast damage or something. And oh, and this land is actually not solved, but if we get beast destroy, beast damage, hopefully it will. Okay, time passes. Now, this kind of throws. Unfortunately, so if this builds, right? So we're at 2 explorers in a town, and it builds, it'll look like this instead. Like this. That's 3, 5, 7, 8. It's 8 damage. Not enough for nature's res. Because I was about to say maybe we can nature's res plus blur. This is not what I wanted. And this is why maybe taking blur was a mistake here. Because like if I gain dark entangled here, because like now I have to defend this land as well. We really need Beast Destroy for my my G6. Like this is a good example of where like I think I should have just gone with the flocking plan. Because like flocking plus nature's resilience plus dire metamorphosis would just decimate this. It's okay though. So I think we still do flocking though. I want to stop this land. I think we're okay taking the blight on my G8. Or maybe I defend this and then I plan for my G6 to possibly get like saved. Definitely a lot of choices. I mean, Dark and Tangled is good. I could just double defend and then try to defend this. Maybe that's the play. Defend, defend. It's just I got to be worried because I'm going to be going down very low on towns. Okay, so I think we still get all the energy. So we go time, time, gain 2 energy. Get to move a presence. Actually, we can go. Ooh, I won't have the defense 6 though for this land next turn. I guess I could Blood Rack again. That's funny. Defend 4. Blood Rack here. Don't think we moved the presence. So we want to grab Dark and Tangled, like I said. Play these 3 cards. This is the one negative is because like I've had a France 6 everywhere. Like I don't think I should have France 6 to my G5 whenever I did that. Because here, I guess I have the sun here as well. Can actually get more reclaims if I want to dodge another reclaim. So we know we want Dark and Tangled. 2 fear, defend 3 in that mountain. And then it's like Blur, I want to do it here, but then they'll build and then immediately Ravage. I could do like a technique here where I play it here to try to set up to Han, but I don't have play slips. So yeah, right now, basically Blur is just a dead card. So yeah, Blur is definitely not the card I should have picked up. So I don't even know if I want to play it. Like I could instead, I think we Nature's Res this, defense 6. Because yeah, like Blur, I can't really do anything. This is really my only target for it. I don't have enough defend in my lands. So I don't think we just do this and we save the time. Or we save the energy. We just go with 2 defense, and then next turn we can plan to defend the other lands, and I think we can stabilize then. We're hoping for Beast Attack, Beast Destroy, Dahan Defend, dang, promising farmland. This is not what we were hoping for. Okay, we'll put the Beast there. Dahan Defend, promising farmland. Okay, fear cards. Oh, that's actually really good, though. Removing a town or explorer from land with disease allows us to actually remove that town here. And that will actually stop that land. Mountain Ravage, that's dead. That's defended. Jungle builds. And one of these lands has to explore a town. It is wetlands. So we'll go with, I guess we could go town, explore, explore, town like this. We'll probably go blighted down the road. And we lose to disease ignore. Wait to France 6 again, like always. Yeah, we lose to disease ignore, but usually players lose to that anyway. Okay, time passes, and I think we G1 reclaim, gaining 2 time. Okay, so I think we're now in a pretty good spot. We could set up flocking next turn for a killer on these lands, or we can try to set up a Blood Rack Plague. I can't threshold it, and I'm very close to actually. Well, I Uber can threshold it 4, 5, 6. If I draft a single animal off a moon draft, I can, but then I have to play a really weak turn this turn. This is 3, 5, 7, 8. So I have to double defend this. I think that's okay. If we double defend that, just do like these 2. And then don't play any other cards, and we just plan for a big turn next turn, unless I want to use stasis. I don't think so. This is defend 9. I could use blur on that land. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's so close. Because it builds a city first, so it will be... Oh, I gotta stop doing that. That's 6, 8, 10, 11. Yes, I'm 1 off again. So close. If I use blur. So I guess we just do this, and wow, I mean, this is like so, like we left the No, we killed the buildings here. That's what we did. Okay. Yes, we just play both of our defense, and then next turn we plan to do like flocking to clear out my wetlands, and then we'll skip my G2. We lose to disease ignore, overconfidence. Dang. I guess I lose a Dahan. We also lose to fear, so we got to add a beast. Wherever we add that beast, if I add it, I think we're gonna go here. Yeah, we want to do it there. Then I need to lose it to Han. I have to lose one here. That's okay. I'll just kill both towns, which was what I was going to do in the beginning. So those die. Wetland build, and the explore is mountains, and we have to escalate. France 6. All right. Oh, I might have added an extra explorer here. Did I? Let's see. I did, I believe. Let's do one more. Yep. So, yeah, Jungle Ravage, Wetland build. Okay. So I glad I did that twice. Mountain Explorer. We escalated. France 6. Okay. Now the question is do I instead just skip this land or skip only one land and take the other blight? Maybe that's the play instead. Oh, I'm still thinking flocking plays. Oh, I don't have the plant though, because I spent my plant card. Definitely interesting here. So I think I'm definitely supposed to go with the sun here. So I think we go with 2-time, and then the energy, get the sun. We're gonna gain the flock. We gotta forget a card. I think I'm supposed to forget Blood Rack here. And I think we're supposed to go with just a really big turn, like if we do these 3 cards. We're missing the extra sun, so instead of doing Dire Metamorphosis, we do Absolute Stasis. That gives us a card play. I don't even know if this is the play. So our first slip, extra card play. Oops, actually, let's do this. And now this. And then oh, actually, the first slip is free. Second slip, we could reclaim, play Nature's Resilience. And then we would threshold it. Probably really good. God, we're so close to just thresholding a ton of flocks. So then now we send our first slip, reclaim Nature's Resilience, play Nature's Resilience. There we go. Yep. Seems like a really good turn to me. And I can spend 2 time to do another slip. I don't think I want to. I think I just want to activate the flock. So I don't even have blur. It's like I still can't get the Han over here. Maybe I'm supposed to use 2 time and play blur, play Nature's Res, trigger it here, and then get Han over here. All right, well let's first use the flock here. So let's add a beast. Then we can gather. Oh, let's make these look fancy. Let's do purple. There we go. Or pink. Okay, so we added a beast. We then can gather 2 beasts. We'll gather and gather. Then we get to do 4 damage. So we'll do... Actually, we'll leave a beast here. We'll do 3 damage. And then we can push this. We're going to actually throw it over here to the sands, because now I insulate against a bad explorer. And then we then get to do it again. So we're going to do it over here in the mountain. So we'll add a beast, gather 2 beasts. We're going to do 3 damage killing the explorers, and then we'll push this town over here. Actually, we'll throw the town here in case it's coast, because it's either coast or sands, I believe. Yeah, it is. And that actually will be our slave rebellion. So it's not this turn, it's at this following turn. Though I could do some shuffling and actually trigger the slave rebellion. That's pretty fun. We are at stage 2, so I could actually go try to flip a stage 1. That would cost me an energy and a time. I'd probably do jungle here. Is that better than coast? Probably. So if I spend 2 time and an energy, I can blur. So now we've done 3 slips. So we're going to use Nature's Resilience, defend 6, and the jungle. We're going to use blur. Invaders are going to build here. Then they ravage. Then we add it to Han. And then we're going to spend a time to repeat it. They build there. They ravage. Then we add it to Han. We're going to push 2 to Han over here to the mountain. Our plan is to clean that land up next turn. We have to spend another slip for absolute stasis. Slip this wetland. So now this wetland no longer exists. So stop the ravage there. And then the last question I have is, do I want to use the past returns? I don't think so, because when I reclaim next turn, I'll have 3 energy. And our plan is just to mega defend my land here on G8. Yeah, that seems pretty good. We can take a blight with dire metamorphosis if we absolutely need to. Okay, seems like a pretty good turn. Each beast destroys. Sure, tight knit communities. Sure, and then add a coastal to Han. Nice. Okay, let's put that over here so I remember. Fear card removes something from a land with presence. Well, all right, there goes the town. Removes a town. All right. Oh, actually, yeah, I think we removed that one. I mean, I could do this land, but we know it's sands or coast, so no matter what, this land will come up. So, okay, wetland ravage. This has been disappeared. Mountain builds. There goes those towns. Build. Okay. And the explore is sands with an escalation. So explore, escalate, and we have to France 6 into the mountain. And we know we get the slave rebellion this turn, right? Yes, so we know the slave rebellion's this turn. Oh, wait. It actually triggers as a stage 3, doesn't it? Because it's checking this card. Oh, so fractured, even if you accelerate it by a turn. Or no, I'm confused. Oh, it's this specific turn that it's triggering. Yeah, so it's a turn early, but it's still stage 3. Oh, gosh. That is really, 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 really strong. Wow. The question is can I win the game this turn? Probably not. Very close to. I am a little scared with all of these buildings that popped up, though. I think... So we're supposed to defend this, throw to Han there. I mean, the question is, do I want to dire metamorphosis somewhere? Causes a blight. It's probably worth it. Dire metamorphosis here. Try to... Yeah, I think so. 1 fear, a blight. 1 damage, 1 damage. Add a strife. Oh, I could add a ton of tokens too. Oh god. This has been such a cool game. Like, I don't play enough. I think that's all of the tokens, right? I like never play with this card. Oh no, I can't. Because this no longer exists. Oh, that's so sad. It's like the saddest thing all game. Um yeah, I think if I was a yeah, maybe we do it up here then. think so. We just lose a presence. But we do something like this. Kill the explorer. Add these guys. Like that. Slave Rebellion will kill that. And then we'll defend it. That will clear all that. Okay. And have we used the right innate? No. We have not. But we know we want the Slave Rebellion this turn. So let's look at the top cards. This is the 50-50 Jungle Sands. Oh, there we go. All right. So that's our 50-50. And time passes. So we know we want to reclaim this turn. Talked about that already. What an interesting turn. We know it's Slave Rebellion. We're still. I mean, I don't know how we're gonna win this. I guess you just flock until you can't flock no more, as they say. Go with maybe portents or something. Because really we need Slave Rebellion to get rid of these cities, but then again we have so many buildings. So we want to do Nature's Resilience over here. Oh no, we can't, because I killed my presence so strategically. So I guess Stark Entangled over here. And then Slave Rebellion kills a town. I'm terrified though of what this could be. And this is 1, 2, 3. And this is just so many buildings, but I can't play Dark Entangled plus flocking because I don't have the energy. I mean, I can make this land not exist. That's probably the play. I could also like notify Nature's res that land. It's funny. What is it? So it'd be 1, 1, 2, 3. So it'd look like this. Oh no. God, I hate that freaking town counter. It's 3, 5, 7. Oh no, I definitely can't do it. I was thinking if maybe I can blur this land, but that won't work. We have 2 towns left. I mean, I could blur here. Once again, it's 2, 4, 7, 8. Yeah, it's just 1 over. What an awkward game. Okay, so if this is the case, I think I'm supposed to use Absolute Stasis and Dark Entangled, and then I don't do anything, and then next turn we G3 again for the energy. So we're gonna use Stasis, and we're gonna make this Sands disappear. We're gonna use Dark Entangled, 2 Fear to give me my nice Defend 3. And we know what it is, the Slave Rebellion, so we get to destroy a single town. We're gonna destroy this town here. And then we get to add 2 Strife to buildings. We're gonna go to here. And then we're also going to go over here. And then all those striped invaders take damage. There we go. And then it's gone. Because it's stage 3. So let's see what the next card is. It is the Hardworking Settlers. Oh no, beasts count as badlands. That's hilarious. I guess we add a town back to the wetlands. We then get to push Dahan. I guess we'll go 2 Dahan into here, to that sands. Oh gosh, these Dahan are all going to get massacred because all of these count as they all count as badlands. Um, I guess we'll do this then. Then we ravage in the land with the most invaders. We'll choose this one here. in case we get like Dahan defend or something. Oh, actually, no. We leave the Dahan here because I forgot we can choose the Ravage first. So we'll choose this Ravage first, and then now beasts count as Badlands. Nice. The defend 2, and this is a strife. Skip lands. Okay, so we're gonna go strife over here in the city land. Mountain Ravage. We have extra defend here, so we don't lose any Dahan. Sands build. And the explore is Jungle and Wetlands. So now we know this is 100%. And we know it's Jungle Wetlands. We have to France 6, and we don't need to explore here because we skipped the sands. And luckily we have board H, or board G, where our one land here on G2 basically covers our entire inland. So this is interesting. Now we could, I think next turn we've planned for the flocking turn again with the nice defense lined up for my sands here. And we could probably win the following turn. So here we're going to go with a time, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, just gaining all of the energy. We then get to gain a power card over here. I think I'm going to go with Sky's Herald. It's just another way to move to Han. I could go with Portents though, but I don't think I want to. And we're going to play these 3 cards. Go with the Sun. Okay, and we get to move a presence. Go to here. And okay, so we have Nature's Resilience. Here's our nice defend 6. And we got to do flock twice. We're going to do here. Oops. So bring it in, bring it in. All these damage, and then push that town. Do it here. So this is 3 damage, killing all of these. Okay. We're in a pretty good spot next turn. We can plan to clean up our G2. Okay. We know it's Jungle Sands next turn. Yikes, because isn't that the yes, it's gonna, this will be a problem again, I guess. But it's what it is. See what that card is. Uh-oh, build in the land with most buildings. I guess it's gonna cause two more towns that pop up. Beast Destroy, okay. It's pretty solid. Dahan Ravage, okay. And we have no fear cards. Sands Ravage. Jungle Wetland. Oh, I forgot to add my wilds from building Sprawl. So we're going to add that over here to the jungle because we know it's going to be Jungle Sands next turn. So Jungle Wetland build. I think we're okay. I think we probably, I mean, that extra build definitely sucks because now it's going to be a bit tight on cleaning this up. Actually, I think we go presence here because the plan next turn, we need to get Dahan into my G2, and we then just need to defend it. Like, that is the plan. So I think next turn we do Sky's Herald, Blur, and Nature's Resilience, I think. Nature's Resilience. I mean, it's going to be very close. We just set up so much Dahan in that land. They just can't even stop us. Yep, that's the case. Okay, so then we know what the Explorers is. Jungle Sands. So Explorers. We got a France 6. And, okay, so we technically can use Dire Metamorphosis here, but I don't want to because I don't want to go Blighted. Time passes. So I think we G1 Reclaim. Reclaim. And like I said earlier, we play all of our cards here like this. Play these 3. Get the air. Okay. This is it. So Nature's Resilience. Give me the defense 6. We will be going Blighted here, but that is okay. We are going to do Blur. Adding a Dahan. Pushing to Dahan. And then we'll spend a time to repeat Blur. adding a Dahan to push the Dahan. Then we'll use Sky's Herald, gathering more Dahan. Okay, so I think we're okay. I think the only way we lose the game here is there's a couple cards that do it. We have a free slip to reclaim. We'll use it to grab Nature's Resilience. And then we'll use our second slip to reclaim Blur. Okay. Oh, and actually with Sky's Herald, I actually get my presence back. That's kind of cool. All right. Let's get rid of this. This, I think we lose. No, I think Stricken would be pretty terrible for us. I think we lose on Stricken. Um, this is a card that also hurts a lot, so they get extra damage in lands with buildings. Now each beast destroys an explorer is pretty nice though. Oh, actually that kills all of that. Yeah, but plus 3 damage really hurts here. So is this 3, 5, 7, 8, 9? So they're doing 12 damage, and we only have defend 6. That means they're doing, so they kill 3 Dahan. So they blight, kill 3 Dahan. And we have to go blighted, but let's see what we get. Oh no, I thought we killed everything, but we didn't. Ah, that doesn't matter. Just add a blight. Sure. And all of this dies. 3, 6, 8, 10. So 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. Oh god, yes, this prevented me from winning the game. So it looks like we play on. Jungle Sands build. Luckily, though, we should be fine here. And the Explore is Mountain and Wetland. Oh, yeah, no, it does not matter. We're at 6. And we just end the game by grabbing Dark Entangled with Portent. So we choose our G3 here. And then we play our final 2 cards here to get Borfear. And that's GG. So a fun game with Fractured. I always feel like the start of the game, I can draw out a pretty good turn, but then executing it, at least for me, sometimes struggles. I think there's a ton of choices we had this game. We had the choice of going the bargains route. Maybe that was the better choice. I'm not sure. I decided to go with the flocking route. I really liked using Bloodrack Plague on that wetland here, because it not only did it defend both of the sands, but it also stopped this land and it kept it under control. Once again, defend is king, nature's resilience. Do I have any other? Oh, Dire Metamorphosis. That was another fun card. Being able to use it. That's what caused 2 out of my first 3 blight was just by Dire Metamorphosis. So I'm not sure if moving the Slave Rebellion upturn was the way to do it in this particular matchup, because I wasn't able to get maximum value, but it worked out anyways. So if you like this video, like, subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys in the next video.